You will see the American cause has had a signal triumph in this country. If this had been the only action of my life, it would have been a life well spent.
In John Adams' own words, we discover he was ever the patriot.
When shall I go home? If a peace should be made, you would soon see me.
Letter after letter after letter, nearly 1,200, all here at the Massachusetts Historical Society, reveal John Adams, the revolutionary and the romantic.
John Adams to Abigail Smith, October 4th, 1762. Miss Adorable.
The letters, now in a book, even show John courting his wife Abigail.
And I presume I have good right to draw upon you for the kisses, as I have given 2 or 3 millions at least.
John and Abigail's letters to each other left behind a paper trail of the past.
There are no other comparable letters.
And those letters led to a Pulitzer Prize-winning book on the nation's second president by historian David McCullough.
John Adams never failed to answer the call of his country to serve. It's a great lesson in patriotism.
And the next chapter is when history meets Hollywood.
All that I have, all that I am, and all that I hope in this life.
Paul Giamatti brings to life John Adams.
Send a woman to the Congress. She might knock some sense into them.
You're harsh, madam.
I am cold.
Laura Linney plays his wife Abigail in the new HBO miniseries John Adams, executive produced by Oscar winner Tom Hanks.
It takes great thinkers like John Adams to see the forest through the trees, so to speak, and think about the things that get things done, that need to be done, and then they get them done.
The question is no longer whether there shall be independence, but when.
Hanks teamed up with McCullough, whose detailed research on the Founding Father laid the foundation for the miniseries.
When you were writing this book, you were such a stickler about the details that you even traveled everywhere John Adams ever did at the same time of year. How much of a stickler were you for all the details in the miniseries?
Well, I don't think I was a nuisance, but I was certainly included.
You said you'd stay this time.
I go because I love you.
John Adams traveled farther in the service of this country than any other person of that day. After the White House, he returned here to Quincy, Massachusetts to live the last 25 years of his life in a home that he named Peacefield.
I think that that's when the inward journey began. And he says as much in the letters, in the diaries. And in many ways, I found it one of the most interesting parts of his entire life, because he's thinking about what matters in life, and he's thinking about his career, he's thinking about the country, where we failed, what we still have to do.
Adams said, our obligations to our country never cease but with our lives. In 1826, his life ceased here in this room.
And he wrote down on a piece of paper, I give you independence forever. And they asked him, well, do you have anything else you would like to say? And he said, not a thing. And those were the last words that John Adams ever spoke to the American people.
The quintessential patriot, he died on July 4th, but he left behind a legacy of lessons inside these letters.
No negotiation to this or any other country was ever recorded in greater detail as the world will one day see. The letters I have written in this country are carefully preserved. The conversations I have had are remembered.